3, 2, 1.
Are you ready, baby?
We can just chill if you want to. We can pop a pill if you want to. You can bust a whip if you want to. We can take a trip if you want to. We can get it in if you want to. Do it all again if you want to. If I bring a friend, what you gon' do? We can talk about it when you gone. Come through, come through, come through. Come through, come through. We can talk about it when you gone. We can talk about it when you gone.
Good morning, sister. How are you? Ooh, sorry, I had to stretch. That damn thumbnail. I don't know where my children got that picture from, but that picture is in my phone. And when I thought of what the title of this live was going to be, I was like, oh my God, this picture is absolutely perfect. So let me know if my audio is messed up. I'm pretty close to my little fan. Let me turn it down. Okay. So this morning, I was up and I was watching stuff. I watched a lot of stuff this morning. And I saw something. Someone was live and I watched like a tad bit of it. But it brought me back. As you know, we supported someone on here who was a grifter. I'm sorry, who is a grifter. And constantly, when we would support that person or that person would come over here, I always would suggest like us having a debate because I knew he was a grifter and he didn't know what the hell he was talking about. You know, that's how you catch most griffing, is by debating with the person to show that they don't know what they're talking about. That never happened. You know what I'm saying? Um, Not only that, but like I said before, that person admitted to me that they were grifting for views. So it is what it is. You know, I don't fuck with that person no more. We don't fuck with that person no more. But this situation just brought that back because I absolutely hate a grifter, just like I hate coons. Okay, so a lot of the stuff that I was watching is from, this is about politics, okay, just in case anyone wants to know. Some of the things that I was watching, it's from both sides. I am an independent. Neither side is my side because I have views that are very liberal and I have views that are very conservative. So, like, for instance, let me just give you a little insight on what I'm talking about, just in case some of you don't know what I'm talking about. I do not agree. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. These are my views. So don't get upset. If you have a problem with something that I ever say over here, you are more than welcome to come up and view your, not view, I'm sorry, and voice your grievance. You can do that. I don't have a problem with that. It probably will end up causing a debate, which is awesome. It's great. Or we may agree on what it is that you feel that I don't feel, depending on how we talk about it. Okay. So I have a different view than, like, let's say, a liberal would have about transgenders in sports. I do not think that women, biological women, and the thing is, I don't like using that word either, biological women. I do not like using pronouns, you know what I'm saying? Because I am not a cis woman, which means I am a natural born woman. No, I am a woman. There is no natural born. I am it. You understand what I'm saying? There is no pronoun for me. I'm the original. The fuck? So anyway, I that whole having them play in sports with women, or having transgender males play in sports with males, I do not agree with that. There's a lot of issues surrounding the trans community that I do not agree with. I'm actually more on the conservative side when it comes to things like that. Also, another viewpoint, I believe that a woman should be able to do what she wants to do with her body. So I am totally against bans on things like abortions and contraceptives and things like that. I'm more on the liberal, not more, I am on the liberal side of that. So that gives you like an idea of what I'm saying. Like, for instance, with our current president, I agreed with some of his views, with some of his standpoints on certain issues. I'm just not I'm a Trump hater. I think he is an ignorant man. I never said he wouldn't make a good president, but it's clear that ain't happening. You can see that from the first presidency and the shithole we're in right now. But I just think he's an ignorant man. I don't think he was fit for politics. There's a difference. Am I a supporter of him? No. Did I vote for him? Hell to the no. Okay? No. But I knew what the outcome would be, whether or not Kamala won. They were not ready to see a colored, we're going to be ignorant today, woman as president. They didn't want to have a white woman as president. So let's just be totally honest. When I see certain stuff, right, sis? When I see certain stuff that is atrocious, that is doing, when I see people that are doing way too much grifting and you can tell that they're grifting, it just grinds my gears. So I want to talk about just for a short period of time. I want to talk about this grifting coon right here. What is this fool's name? I didn't even know this fool's name when I saw his shit. Black Conservative Perspective. This dude right here is a coon grifting ass. Okay? This is a grifter. You can look at his picture and you can tell that he is a grifter. You can tell that he is. Well, I can tell that he is. I most definitely can point them out one by one whenever I see more than one picture of them. This motherfucker right here is a grifter. So, do you see the 3 pictures that he has up for the title of his live? The title of his live for the thumbnail? So, this man right here lied this whole fucking live. Those 3 pictures that he has, they are all newscasts. I watched every single one from beginning to the end. I forgot to take that goddamn part off. My bad. Let me put that shit back up. This fool, I watched it all, okay? Liberals threaten violence over this. Okay, so first off, let me give you some context before I go into the grifting. It has been put out there into the atmosphere by a racist ass Jew. Yep, that's what I said. Because he called him, well, he didn't call himself racist, but he said something as Jew. He said this multiple times. Ben Shapiro. Nobody likes this dude. When I see him, I call him the guy from the Children of the Corn because he looks like that the dude, the main dude, Malachi. Is that his name? Oh, okay, baby, go ahead. You can have it. The head guy. Does anyone know? Has anyone ever seen Children of the Corn? I know they have tons. Malachi. I know they have tons of movies, but that motherfucker looked like Malachi. And I'm sorry, I should have gotten a picture of him. I was trying to rush and do this, you know what I'm saying? Because I got other shit that I gotta do. But he reminds me of the head dude of the Children of the Corn, Malachi. So, oh, and if you guys don't know what that is, look it up. I'm not gonna. I'll be here all day trying to tell y'all what the fuck Children of the Corn is. It's like a cult or some shit, demonic cult. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So he has put into the atmosphere that Trump, and see, there's lots of times where I am respectful when I say that. I say President Trump because he is all of our president. So that right there shows you I don't have an issue with the man himself. I just don't think he would make a great president, and he's been proving me right. So anyway, he suggested that President Trump pardons Derek Chauvin. If you guys do not know, this is scary. Oh, I thought you said it was a corny movie, girl. Yes, it was. But yes, it's a scary movie, and it was mad ass corny. It wasn't scary at all. I laughed more than I was scared. But they've been coming out with volumes to Children of the Corn for like over a decade. So if you don't know who Derek Chauvin is one of the police officers who attempted to arrest George Floyd. He is the main one who put his knee in his neck. Good morning, LJ. How are you, my love? Hope today has been magnificent. And caused his untimely death. Okay? He is pushing for Donald Trump to pardon him. Now, before you get mad, the point of the pictures, the three, I hate to say that word minority, so I will not. Those three people of the majority races that we have in this country, yes, those people's pictures. They have all said the same thing on their broadcast. People in the comments have agreed. There is some type of song and dance going on with this because these people know that Derek Chauvin cannot be pardoned. He faces a multitude of charges, mostly state charges. The only person that can pardon him is the governor of the state. Did any of these people remember that Derek Chauvin has also been found guilty? I believe he pled guilty for tax evasion. That man has pled guilty to a multitude of charges, not just killing George Floyd. Okay? It does not matter. It does not matter. These type of people, they don't care about any coroner's findings, any doctor. They don't care about anything like that. So let's play an ignorant game with these dumb people. Let's say that he was full of drugs. You guys do not think that the fucking knee that was in his neck that stopped his breathing also contributed to his untimely demise? All you have to say is, oh, he had an overdose. Okay, so question, where was the throw up? Where was the foam? Look, I'm not finna go there. We are not going there because those are words. of idiocracy. These are dumbass people. These are racist people, or they're tap dancing ass coons. Pure coonery. Okay? He cannot pardon him. Now, if you do your research, or if you allow someone to do the research for you, you would know that by now. Hell fuck nah. He should not get pardoned. He killed that man. Racism, he's freaking serious. Yeah, girl, this is what I'm saying. But do you not see how you reacted to it? There's a little song and dance that everyone believes is going on here. They want black people specifically to get pissed off so we can go out in the streets like we did when that man met his untimely demise. I was one of those people who marched in the streets. I'm going to get together my pictures and my videos because I keep saying this, but I do need to show all of that stuff. I was one of those people who marched. I was one of those people who participated in the organization of many things around this time. I have been yelled at through a bullhorn. I have had things thrown at me. I have been pepper sprayed. Being maced is not the same thing as being pepper sprayed. It is a difference. And I know none of you want to experience what that difference is. But there is a big difference. What they put in those mace cans is not what they put in those pepper spray cans, okay? Um, there were some very polite police officers that were present, and then there was some assholes. You're going to always get that with everything. I have been through that. I did a lot of activism for a few years before C-19 and after, during and after. So, especially when it comes to this situation, it's not about the bad light that eventually got shined on, aka BLM. I marched for the movement, what it stood for, because Black lives do matter, just like everybody else motherfucking life matter. God would not have created you if he didn't intend for your life to matter. You understand what I'm saying? So we're gonna stop that before that happens. Um, yes, girl. This is what I'm saying, but it's a lot of racist people who think otherwise. It's a lot of blue line loving people. That means they love cops. Who think otherwise. The man pled guilty, okay? That means he admitted to his guilt. We can't argue with that. We just can't. There was enough evidence to show his guilt, so we can't argue with that. Um, the point is that they are trying to invoke violence, starting with us Black people. Whether it is to cause even more racial tension and, make Trump's presidency look good, because it don't look good right now, or if it is for the purpose of having him invoke martial law. It really doesn't matter. In my eyes, if we were going to do shit like that, we would have already done it. When he had his address, he completely, I was going to go live yesterday just to talk about this. I had everything planned. I'm doing it today. But just to talk about this, I noticed, and I don't know if anyone else took a notice, but I noticed how when he told the stories of all of the guests that he had there, they were all white. But when he decided to talk about an issue involving police, he decided to prop up a little Black boy. Okay? And he just so happened to be a survivor of brain cancer. I understand the parental part of that. That's an honor. So why not represent that? Because your son wants to be a cop. Why not be there? That doesn't necessarily mean that his father supported Donald Trump 100% or whatever, but I hope that man understood that Donald Trump used his son as a pawn. You understand what I'm saying? He wants you to sit there and hold him up so that everybody could clap, but not tell you that he's trying to get rid of things that would actually help your son when it comes to the paying of his medical bills, the medication that he could get, that he would possibly get. I mean, you didn't look like you were rich, baby. So, like I said, coonery. And I'm not accusing him of coonery because, like I said, that is honor. So maybe he did have that in mind, but he still wanted his son to experience that. Keep in mind, Trump is a president. So I get that wholeheartedly. But if you can't fucking see the grifting and what the hell happened, then I don't know what to tell you. Everyone's story that he told, all them white folks' story that he told, you get 1 minute clapping. All them stories. Why the hell did they clap for so long for that little black boy? If y'all cannot see this tomfoolery, that man, one thing I can say, and he did this with his first presidency, and he kind of low key, there was moments when he did it with this campaign for this presidency. He was kind of purposefully catering towards the Negroes. You know what I'm saying? He was grifting like a motherfucker to us. But always keep in mind how they tried to be divisive at first by saying that all of these black men overwhelmingly voted for Trump. This is why that grifting ass nigga on here, Little Bill, he went in the direction that he went in because he believed that bullshit. Then after a while, the stats came out and it showed that that was false. I mean, man, when I tell you, idiocracy is amazing. These people are so easily fooled. They don't use their brain like they should. I mean, at least use the whole part of the brain that you fucking use every day. That was one of the things that I noticed. Oh, and also too, him saying that he is going to sign an order that says it is an automatic death penalty if you kill a cop. These motherfuckers be raping people. They definitely grope people. Yeah, look, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not gonna tell none of my personal stories. They definitely grope people, and I'm cool with Popo. I'm just saying. Um, one day, I don't like to get too deep into my personal, but one day I will share a story with you guys. It is going to change the course of my channel, because once I share this story with y'all, I'm gonna have to provide some proof when I share this story with you guys. So I'm probably gonna end up doxing myself, but it's okay. One day soon, I will share a very serious story with you all, um, involving policing and how I was stalked because I was a witness to a crime. Okay, yeah. So later on, I'll get you guys prepared for that when I'm close to telling you guys that story because I am going to have to like snitch on myself. And I don't know what's going to happen after that. I have told this story before to people um, on another app. And yeah, it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? This happened when I was younger. But anyway, good morning, Eddie. How are you, my love? I hope you are relaxing right now. What you mean the fuck? You saw the monkey? Whether you're white, black, Indian, Hispanic, Martian, green, you have no heart to look at somebody's color and not their heart. But these people do that. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of their nature to consider their racial makeup. You know what I'm saying? They also do the same thing with their religious beliefs. They look at people crazy because of what they believe in. I mean, You have to understand that there cannot be a God without Satan, and there can't be Satan without God. There cannot be forces of evil without forces of good. There cannot be a left without a right. There cannot be a cause without an effect. You get what I'm saying? There has to be two sides. There has to be two sides. You say you tired as it feels, and I understand that. Okay, I completely get that. It's the fact that you just said that with the title of my live. So this is what all of those anchors were talking about. The possibility, if it's possible. If it isn't, the reason behind even trying to incite this bullshit. So back to this coonery, this ultimate show of coonery. This little coon right here, this little grifting ass dude right here. This man straight lied. First of all, the thumbnail is a lie. Okay? Liberals threatening violence over this. That never happened. In either one of those broadcasts, no one threatened violence. In fact, they did the exact opposite. They said black people do not fall for these shenanigans. Black people, stay in your house. We not falling for this bull. There was no meltdown on either one of these broadcasts. I watched every single one. Okay? Every single one. One of them is actually the same broadcast. Let me put it back up. The lady on the right and the guy on the left, they were on a CNN panel. And you guys know who the guy is in the middle because I've been talking about his content for this whole week. Okay? Dr. Rashad Ritchie. I love his channel. He is a TYT, which stands for the Young Turks anchor or correspondent. So, he's a lie. This grifting coon ugly dude in the corner I don't know if y'all can see him. Right there on the left in the corner, trying to look like a farming Negro, and you can tell that he's not. Probably live in an apartment or some shit. And then you can see his little profile picture where he's definitely grifting with the damn suit on and the bow tie. I'm sorry. This is purposefully done. You can tell that this person, you know what I'm saying, probably buys someone's food stamps on the first. I'm just saying, like, I'm just going to keep it real. I'm going to call it out because it's right here in our face. These panelists were telling black people not to get involved. Do not let the tomfoolery of these people over there in the conservative world on, the right, do not allow them to put you in some shit just so that they can get a certain result out of it. Why that man lied like that during that fucking live and lied on that thumbnail to be exact. Why he grifted like that is beyond me. There was no meltdown. There was no crying. Every one of those people were very firm in that shit. They can't pardon him. It's impossible. Only person that could do it is the governor. And that ain't happening. That's not happening. So don't even worry about this, good people, because it can't happen. The mega mind, honey, where's my super suit? Be quiet. I sure hate it. See, now I'm finna change it. Look at you. Nope, I'm gonna leave it alone. It's just confusing the hell out of me. That's all, sis. Even though I know it exists, we hate racism now. That's since I was able to walk and talk. Yes, I know it. And that's what I'm saying. Of course, it is going to confuse and anger someone who has a good heart. someone who doesn't even look at stuff like that, you know, it's inevitable because it's all around us. We have to pay attention to it. It doesn't mean we have to go with it. It's a bunch of people who don't see color. They don't go with shit like that. But it is an issue that a lot of people really, truly care about. They really, truly want to start some shit and get behind some shit. My hairline is, oh, wait a minute. Is you talking about me or is you talking about one of these folks? Before I say anything else, because I thought you were talking about me. You are talking about me, aren't you? Well, if you aren't, okay. He said him. Oh, okay. But wait a minute. I didn't even. How in the world did you see that? Hold up. How did you see that? I can't even see that shit. Wait, let me look a little bit closer. I think I could blow it up. Let me see that. I'm gonna leave you alone. See, that's what he gets for being even put on display like this. But not that ain't even his fault. It isn't. This is just the way of the world. Period. And that's why this shit pissed me off so bad. I was like, this is why grifting works. I know that those 11,000 people that watched that shit, because that's not how many that was in there, they more than likely did not watch any of those broadcasts. Even Ben Shapiro's broadcast. They probably didn't even watch it. But a warrior, and I don't know why I didn't screenshot that either, but a warrior in the chat, a conservative warrior in the chat, mentioned that that tap dancing ass coon did not play the reason. He only played Ben Shapiro stating that Derek Chauvin should be pardoned. He did not play the part where tap dancing ass Jew Ben Shapiro explained why. He did not play that part. You said you were watching him? Man, this to confuse the masses, this type of stuff is what grifters do. But I was so proud to see that chat warrior say that he didn't play the part where Ben Shapiro explained why Derek Chauvin should be pardoned. And that person was like, that was very telling to me. Yes, it was telling because now you know that that fool was grifting. He don't believe none of that shit. He does not believe that Derek Chauvin should be pardoned. He doesn't believe that he died of an overdose. He doesn't believe any of that shit. He's just saying that shit because that video just got him 11K views. That's it. The doctor this morning, black guy. Oh, okay. Yes, yes, yes. I watch their they do uploads all day. over there on that side, TYT. And they also have different commentators that are live all day. So you don't have to miss anything. We definitely have some policing problems in this country. Um, I mean, if you want to just keep it real, there is this place in Mississippi. What the fuck is it called? It's with an H. Now I forgot about it. It was actually going to be part of my points. Damn, I forgot. It's something with an H. It'll come back to me. But they got rid of the whole police department there. Oh, I haven't watched The Breakfast Club in so long. I have not watched it in so long. But this town in Mississippi, guilty of so much police corruption. The whole police is gone, and over half of them is being indicted right now. They had a whole fucking a person who was in charge of records and like the evidence locker and all that other shit. They left him alone in there, and that fool went into the evidence locker, and that nigga did all the drugs in there, and that motherfucker OD while he was on the clock. Just watch Tower do his part. Okay, yeah. You know what? That's the best part. That's the best part. Once I started like doing this more on here, I kind of started getting my like news sources from like on here. You know what I mean? Like not listening to like syndicated shows that's on the radio or anything like that. It's most of the stuff that have caught my eye on here. And like I said, I watch an abundance of news from both standpoints. I watch liberal news. I watch conservative news. You will not catch me watching anything like C-SPAN or fucking Fox or none of that shit. I don't, Fox, what's that shit? Newsnet? Nope. I stay away from those. But other outlets that do right-wing media, aka, I watch those. I stay away from those. It's some things I will watch though on Fox News. It's important so that I can point out the malarkey and the bullshit. But I absolutely love seeing people who do not. You can tell that they don't mean their words. They don't mean it. No, it's a H. It's a H one. It's a town with an H in it. Hold on, let me see. That is crazy. Why did all of that come up? Jesus. Oh my God. Mississippi got some dog ass police. Let me see. Okay, I do see that. Okay, so we are going to have to, I do see the Lexington thing, but it's not there. It's not that one. Um, this is crazy. Why all they police suck so hard? This is crazy. That is embarrassing. That is super embarrassing. You can't even find something that you're looking for because every damn city out there, their fucking police departments are horrible. Okay, so it doesn't matter. I'll find it later. But it's with an H. It's something with an H. I don't even know if y'all can hear me. Okay, y'all can. Yeah, that's the worst I've heard. Yeah, it's something with an H. I have my notes somewhere. I just can't find them, but they don't even have police anymore. They got rid of the whole fucking police department because it was so corrupt. And that is fucking sad. That is so sad. You can't find not one good apple out of everyone. Let me see. Hold on. Here. Nope. 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 Why can't you know what? There is a possibility because it is quite new. There is a possibility that they may have um wiped. They may have wiped this shit off of the internet, meaning it's harder to find. It's still there. It's just harder to find. Now I'm really pissed off. I am going to find that goddamn story and I'm going to fucking play it on my damn channel. Fuck all that. I ain't got time for it. So anyway, but yeah, whether it's the H word that I remember or it's Lexington, I don't remember being that. But the whole police force is gone. They have other police forces from other cities that have to come in to basically protect the townspeople because the whole fucking department was dirty. The whole department was dirty. This is super duper sad. Well, Donald Trump is up there stating that anyone who kills a police officer should be automatically given the death penalty. So that means our family members who may end up being victims of police brutality or any type of tragedy, whether it be gun violence or savage assaults, the justice that they'll get is probably the person being slapped on the wrist, given probation, or nothing at all. While every single cop faced in the line of duty, knowing that there's a possibility that you can have your TV turned off, if you are directly or indirectly responsible for that, if you're committing a crime and a police officer is speeding to get to the scene of the crime where you have committed one, it could be a misdemeanor. And that man is hit by a semi truck and he has died. You mean to tell me y'all gonna try to charge that person who motherfucking did a fucking miscellaneous fucking blah, 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 misdemeanor as offense is going to be charged with the death of that cop? Because trust me, I have watched First 48. I have watched Cops. I have watched all those shows. Currently, right now, I absolutely love watching stuff on YouTube where cops get owned. I love watching those First Amendment auditors. That's my shit. I like watching this channel called Police Activity. I know that they are capable of doing this. They have done it and they will continue. So you mean to tell me that you're going to charge that person who was committing a crime that was a misdemeanor with the death of that cop because he was speeding on his way to that crime scene? Yeah. Aim higher. You missed. Like, no. That is ridiculous. It's a lot of shit that man said in his address that was, you got to scratch your head. It was weird. And there were some things that he said that were cool. Like I said, I don't hate the man. I just think he's stupid. I think he a dummy. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Just like this motherfucker right here is a dummy. Nothing happened like you described. There was no fucking meltdown. And then he said, black liberals, can we please, like, for the two pictures on the left and the right, there were two black men on that panel. It was two black men. And I believe one of them actually was a conservative. Everyone else was not black. There was another man, and then there were three women, I believe. They weren't black. As you could clearly see, the woman on the right is not black. I mean, you would have done better with your title if you would have said minorities, liberals. No, that fool grifted even further and said black. Let me show you guys so that when you see it in the future, you will know what it is. His title, Black Liberals Meltdown Crying Racism. And the rest is over Ben Shapiro's, um, the petition that he wants people to sign to have Derek Chauvin pardoned, which is impossible. It won't happen. It can't happen. You know what I'm saying? Just what? Black liberals. Stop grifting. You're a black man, for Christ's sakes. You care more about those views than you do people recognizing you out in public. But did his friends forget about him before this happened? Who? Are you talking about Derek Chauvin? Because this man has lost his mind. There's a lot of people who don't report the news like it's supposed to be reported. They're agents of chaos. They do this on purpose to get people mad. I find it very shameful when black people do it. But you must always remember there was always house niggas. And I hate to say that because I'm not saying all house niggas acted that way. Okay, let me rephrase that. There were always Catcher Freemans. If y'all know what I'm talking about, if you guys have ever watched the Boondocks, there are always Catcher Freemans. George Floyd friends. Are we talking about before the calls for Derek Chauvin to be pardoned or before he was killed? You got to be more specific because his family have already made statements about this ridiculous notion of pardoning his killer. I mean, regardless of what happened or how everyone wants to put it before he was on the streets, I'm I'm confused. I'm sorry, LJ, I'm confused. I don't understand. Hold on. Only if you can, because I'm confused. Are you talking about like what led up to his untimely demise, like when he was before he went to the store, or like to get him where he was in life to where that happened? I'm trying to get clarity before I respond. I think my response probably will be the same regardless. Like, none of that shit matter. Like, whatever he was doing, I don't give a fuck what drugs he was on. I don't care how high he motherfucker was. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I do not care. I don't care. Don't anyone white want to be a part of asking for it? Oh, yeah, it's a petition going around. This man he's not only talking about it, but he has a petition where you can go and sign to push President Trump to pardon this fool, knowing damn well he can't do it. He can't. This fool has other charges. He's gonna stay in fucking prison regardless. He's gonna stay in prison regardless. Like, none of that shit matters. You know what I'm saying? They're doing this with a purpose. We just don't know, like, what purpose it is. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. One thing that was super disgusting about this bullshit were the supporters in the chat. And once the video ended, so the comments. There's always going to be people on each side. There are going to be people that think someone is guilty. There's going to be people that think they're innocent. That is a part of life. You need a left and a right. You need an up and a down. You need that. We have been told to do nothing. And the reason why I'm saying I'm not saying we because we as Black people, I'm saying we as Black Lives Matter. Just like I said earlier, I was an activist. I was a part of that. So yeah, we have been told not to do nothing. It's a grift. That's the whole point of my live this morning. It's a grift. We aren't supposed to say anything because we know it's not going to happen. This is being used as a mechanism to either incite further racial division just for the heck of it, or it is being used meticulously as a pawn so that we could act crazy and incite violence, and Donald Trump will invoke martial law. We aren't stupid. And like I stated earlier, it depends on who you listen to and what side you're on. Black Lives Matter is not an organization. It is a movement. Basically stating that our lives matter, just like every fucking body else's. I don't represent, my actions do not represent a corporation or anyone else. My actions are mine. As a Black person, my actions are mine. So all that BLM, the head of BLM, taking money and buying property, I don't want to hear that shit. That has nothing to do with me. Like I said, I'm not a grifter. I'm not a coon. I'm not a sheep. I don't work like that. You can't just tell me something and think I'm supposed to run with it. That's not how I work. There's a bunch of people on this planet that work like that. You could tell them that the sky is purple, and I swear to you, they'll believe it. They have no thought process whatsoever. They have no backbone. They could care less. As you can clearly see, why would I hide something that petty? Like, that does not make any sense. I hear you, sis. I'm just saying, the whole point of this live ain't about that. Okay? The whole point of this live is me recognizing a huge ass grift this morning. A person that truly, truly doesn't believe what he was saying. He was using the most classic techniques to hide his true feelings, behind wanting views on his channel? Who I'm not racist. I can't be racist. Naturally, as black people, we are oppressed. We can't be racist. But I am very prejudiced. Very prejudiced. Meaning, I don't like people whose lips hang to the floor. I'm prejudiced against those people. I'm very prejudiced, okay? But that has nothing to do with the message because I'm not a grifter. That has nothing to do with the message. Um, let's be clear here because I've had to make a statement regarding this that I'm going to say right now. I do understand that my father was not born in this country. I do understand that my father was not, aka black. I understand that. But what the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? When I started doing my activism, I had a few people who brought that up. It angered me, but I handled it the way I was supposed to. What the fuck does that mean? When you see me, do you not see nigga? Do you not see it? Because I see it. So what the hell does that mean? We all a whole melting pot of human, okay? Some of us ain't evolved yet. So I don't know if I can count some of these people human. All bullshit aside, I'm not talking about no Jupiter shit right now. Okay, I'm talking about real shit. What the fuck do that mean? And I'm not talking about you, sis, just so that you don't get confused. I'm talking about what was said to me in the past. You know how I started marching and help organizing events where we got together, we made signs, and we went and did peaceful protesting. Peaceful. I was faced with some questions and some comments from people who supported what I was doing and people who thought I shouldn't have been doing what I was doing. I shouldn't be out there in the streets and stuff like that. I'm talking about people like in my life, people here that live here with me, people who saw the videos and the pictures that I was putting up, and they didn't like it. We've had family members, um, we've had family members say things to us because that's what we were doing. I ain't gonna put. Look, let me tell you something. Them family members weren't on my side, though. Okay, bling bling. But we had family members who they didn't like what we were doing, and they were like, "You guys shouldn't be out there for that. You know, you guys are gonna get hurt, or you know, I think you guys should do more research on what happened." Shit, this same family member that I'm talking about right now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that family member felt that the cops involved in that situation were innocent. I got you all, and I was really irked by that shit. It did change my thought process on that family member. Um, oh, if I could just tell y'all who it was, this part of the conversation would be so goddamn hilarious, but I can't. I'm gonna be respectful. But yeah, there was a few people went to school with and shit like that, who were just like, "What is y'all doing? Like, why are y'all out there doing that?" You know, you can't help the people who are ignorant, people who don't stand for shit. These are the same type of people that don't vote. And whether you know it or not, a lot of these people that you guys see and wearing these MAGA hats, Trump loving people, they don't vote. They really don't vote. Y'all have to remember that before I lived here in Nevada, I was in Louisiana. And I know for a fact that a lot of those people there don't vote. And when it came to this election, that mattered. It was a large number of people who set this one out. They set this one out. If you remember, they were telling people this very same thing when Biden was running. Sit this one out. We had an entire movement. We had an entire movement during Obama's last term that was basically saying our votes don't matter. Don't vote. We need to worry about what's happening in our community. We had this one mysterious young man who told us about his efforts to shape the Black community where he was from by having a trade school to teach young Black men trades. And he was an avid speaker against Black people voting. And I'm still trying to find that nigga school to this day. Okay? I did a very lengthy live over there on Facebook about this young gentleman whose school I cannot find. How do you want funding for your school, but I can't find your school? You're claiming that you have a school. It's in a building, a rundown building, and you want money for a new, shiny building, but I can't find the rundown building that you claim is your school. See, this is what pisses me off about Blacks. Just disgraceful. But yeah, I wanted to grab you guys' attention this morning on this complete and utter bullshit fest right here. I apologize. I am not talking about, who's sucking who's effing who. I'm not talking about, what's going on behind the scenes with folks. And I'm not talking about people getting mad about this and that here on YouTube. I don't do that shit over here. Oh yeah, this part right here is just it's a little add-on. I'm just adding it on because I saw something last night or whatever that irritated me. And then somebody had said something to me like behind the scenes, and I was like, I'm not trying to cuss you the fuck out. But yeah, sorry, that doesn't happen over here. My bad. I have to talk about content over here, boo. Whether it's one or it's 20 people over here or it's 200 people over here, I don't really give a fuck. This is what the fuck I talk about. If you don't like it, get the fuck out of my face and unsub. I'm at least being honest with you. That's never going to change. Tonight, we are going to be talking about socialization and liminal spaces. If you guys don't know what it is, I will explain it when I go live. Sis, we're going to relax and we're going to get, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get spookied out. We're going to get booed out. Okay, not flew out. We're going to get booed out. Okay? It's going to be fun. Or whatever, my interpretation of fun or whatever the hell you want to call it. I am pretty secure in my lane. I have carved out for myself and done a very well job, if I say so myself, in the chill sector. I'm very proud of what I have done. I'm very proud to be a chief and not an Indian. I'm very proud to be a herder and not the sheep. Okay. Um, I'm in my element when I am like this because this is naturally who the fuck I am. I was born this way. Okay, just to let you know. I am a very peaceful person. Um, but I will invoke violence on you if you do not come in peace. I'm just ranting now. Everyone, have a great morning. I will see some of you a little later. Toodles.